Well, there is Washington, D.C., the Vietnam Memorial right now. The president was at the cemetery this morning making announcements. All right, folks, the government needs more money. Shocker. By the way, they need your money. If you owe the IRS back taxes, they can garnish your wages and levy your bank accounts. They can seize your retirement or take your home. Do you know that? They can take your home, sell it for your money. Don't let the IRS target you. Call the professionals at Tax Network USA. Their tax lawyers and enrolled agents are experts in powerful programs that may even help you eliminate your tax debt completely. Tax Network USA is an A+ rated and has saved over $1 billion client dollars. $1 billion client dollars. Whether you owe a few $1,000s or a few million, they can help you. In just one phone call, you can start the process of stopping the threatening demand letters, stopping the aggressive collections, and resolving your tax matters once and for all. But you have to act now while you still have options. For a free consultation, call Tax Network USA at 1-800-905-8000, 1-800-905-8000, or visit tnusa.com/RAV. Don't let the IRS be the first to act, because you will be the first to lose. I can pretty much guarantee that. All right, our next guest is our own RAV border correspondent who always has the latest on the cartel situation over Mexico. Guess what? Over the last few weeks, it's getting worse. Always happy to bring in Oscar El Blue Ramirez to join us. Oscar, you sent us a couple of, 2 or 3 folks. It's amazing to me, Oscar, because you come on here, you put your life at risk, you report on this. You had State Senator Lily Téllez on, who's calling out the cartels. We have 3, and we'll go through one at a time. We're going to put a picture up, Mayor Alejandro Arcos. Oscar, tell the folks what happened to this man.
Well, it has been a hard week. It has been a really difficult week in Mexico. He was brutally assassinated. During this week, several political figures have been assassinated, and the violence keeps escalating. And what has been happening in Mexico is that the people are completely upset. The cartel and the organized crime are, they're doing this. And the actual government, it is only releasing statements saying that it's illegal. The president of Mexico said that it was illegal to go against a war against the cartels. That basically tells us
Stop there. Say that again. The Scheinbaum has said it's illegal for the government to go against. Tell us about that.
Yes, it was statements, and it was a completely shocker after the mayor, Carlos Manzo, was assassinated. On the next morning conference, they were pressuring her to go to war against the cartels, and she said it is illegal to go to war against the cartels. We knew that kind of response was going to come, but we did not know that she was going to be that blunt to say it. And it actually tells you who runs the country.
Is there any sort of constitutional edict that says you can't go after criminal cartels?
It is not illegal to go against them. These people are decapitating, dismembering. These people are extortioning, kidnapping. What is illegal about them that it doesn't make the Mexican citizens to demand we need security, we need this catastrophe and this crisis to end? And because of that, there is going to be a massive protest on the 15th of November. The people are sick and tired, Eric. They are extremely exhausted, extremely tired about this.
The gentleman we just had up there, he was murdered by the cartels. I'm told he was found his body was in a car, but his head was on top of the car.
Decapitated. Yeah, decapitated. It was a message. Specifically, it hasn't been the first one that they do this. And, this is why Donald Trump designated the cartels as terrorists. This is what they do. If they want to really send a message to politicians that they are not aligned with the policies or what the cartel really wants, how to run a state, how to run a city, they will do this kind of things. And they will send a message to the next one that is potentially going to take place on possession of whatever municipal city they're governing.
All right, let's take a look at another one you have here, folks. Control room. We have another picture of another person who's murdered, also working for the government. Tell us about this one, guys. The John with the head.
Hermenegildo Vasquez. Yes, he was just a public servant in the municipal city in Mexico, and he got intercepted outside of his home by armed men. And he tried to, he was pushing and shoving with them, and he got shot in front of his home. He got killed and assassinated. This was 2 days after Carlos Manzo was assassinated, the mayor of Uruapan. This is another public servant of our country of Mexico that has been assassinated in less than a week.
And then we have a third one. let's take a look at this woman. Guys, put the picture up, please. Who is she?
Guadalupe Urban, she is a councilwoman, regidora in our country of Mexico. She also, exactly the same armed men appeared outside of her home, and she was forced to get into a car, and then later on was brutally shot, in the middle of the street, and her body was left lifeless on the side of the road. Later on, she was found by the authorities and pronounced dead. All the people that you have shown, the cities are really concerned of the level of violence of how they're going to increase. And let me just highlight something real quick, Eric. The former mayor that got assassinated, Carlos Manzo, his wife stepped into the plate, and now she is the mayor. Ours, as she is stepped into the plate and become the mayor of Uruapan, she received 2 death threats, immediate death threats, to tell her, if you don't just stop, we will go after you immediately.
You mentioned this earlier. This coming Saturday, November 15th, Mexico City, there's a big, what is it, a protest? I mean, you got to be a little gutsy to show up at one of these protests. Tell us about it.
Yes, the Gen Z, this is why the president of Mexico is extremely upset. These are young kids that they are tired. This is the generation, the young generation, that they're sick and tired about the extortioning, the kidnapping. One thing that I want to highlight, Eric, it is that old entrepreneurs and businesses, now they're not only thinking about how much they're going to spend on rent, how much they're going to spend on workers, but also they are putting on their weekly payment how much they're going to pay of extortion. And this is the number one reason why they are sick and tired. There's going to be a massive protest nationwide. The majority of the states of our country of Mexico, around 11 o'clock Central Time, they're going to go out and protest. These is just young men that they're sick and tired of the situation in our country. And the president constantly, it is going on our morning conference, decreasing the level of information, saying that this is a paid propaganda from the right-wing political parties. It is a paid propaganda from Salinas Pliego, that is a candidate possibly for the next, presidential elections. And she's completely upset about this because she never thought that the young men will go out and protest against her.
Oscar, Lily Téllez, who came on the show, was very vocal. I've seen her on Fox and other places as well. Should she fear for her life? And by the way, you, my friend, I mean, I keep telling you every time we go, I just need you to be careful. Sounds a lot like when you had those 2 armed thugs show up at your neighborhood.
It's exactly the same copy paste of modus operandi. What they do, they don't let you know that they're coming. They just appear at the front gate, and they just, they do what they have to do. And talking about the senator, the Mexican hero, Lily Téllez, well, she has been really outspoken. She has been the number one that has been more outspoken senator against the cartels. And obviously, she has a lot of protection from the government that she has asked, and also personal protection for her to, continue to exercise her political career and ultimately to expose the dirty politicians that they are within our Senate and our Congress. That is the real cartel, Eric. That is the one that we got to get rid of.
Well, you're a hero, Oscar. Please be safe. Please be safe to you and your family. Oscar Ramirez, El Blue. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Eric.
All right, folks. We'll be back 2.5 minutes.